Jink Const, she goes on to Fox News, and I'm not sure if it was Anna or Jink or Sam and Emma. I'm not sure which one it was, but Anna or Jink or Sam and Emma had criticized Jimmy Dore first for Tulsi, then for Jill Stein, and then for being anti-war. That's Numiki is actually okay. So they had criticized Jimmy Dore for going on Tucker Carlson's show. So these are like cancel culture things, right? Well, Jimmy Dore should be canceled because he was in favor of Tulsi. Jimmy Dore should be canceled because he was for Jill Stein. Jimmy Dore should be canceled because he went on Tucker Carlson's show. Well, the president watches Tucker's show, so in a way he was trying to influence the center of power. But I'm wondering if any of these folks are going to be critical of Numiki. Is Sam and Emma, Jink and Anna, they're going to say shit to Numiki for going on to Fox News? I mean, Sam Cedar, and I think it was Emma that said it, so Sam and Emma, they talked to Numiki on the reg. So I'm on the side of, force the vote. I'm on the side of Mondaire Jones, Jamaal Bowman, Cori Bush, and Ilhan Omar. That's the news squad. I'm not on the side of David Soroto, David Pacman, Sam Cedar, and Jink Ugo. I'm on the side of Glenn Greenwald and Max Blumenthal and Mike McRae. So Eric Levitz don't know what he's talking about, but Glenn Greenwald does.
Actually, take it away. You got a story for the people. What is going on?
So in the same vein that Kit's been talking about, we have new progressives coming in to power now.
So this is the Daniel Lupker. This is Hard Lens Media. And Hard Lens Media, I like Daniel Lupker.
Now that there's still a discussion of is that good or not, I think replacing many times incumbents, always good.
Yep.
Even if it doesn't work out, power is still less crunched together. And well, we have some interesting stuff that happened on CNN, and we'll just show that first, and we'll talk about it later.
And Congressman-elect Bowman, you are pretty outspoken in the fact that you support the defund police movement, and you call out your fellow Democrats who do not. So how are you going to put that into action when you are a member of Congress, actually legislate those ideals?
So to piggyback on what Cori just mentioned, our job is to meet the needs of our constituents, period, point blank. We have 30% poverty rates in different parts of my district. Our schools are underfunded. People are struggling to put food on the table and to keep a roof over their heads. I've had 2 police-involved shootings in my district over the last year. So as we talk about defunding the police, we're talking about reimagining public safety, reimagining public health, taking a holistic approach to legislating to truly meet the needs of the constituents in my district. That is the bottom line. So we cannot compromise when it comes to what are the needs of the people in my district. People are hungry, people are homeless, people are jobless, poverty rates are way too high, and my fight in Congress is going to be with the people of our district to make sure we deal with those issues explicitly and directly without compromise.
I want to ask both of you about the bill that's sitting on President Trump's desk.
So these are fantastic answers. There are people in the district have real problems, and they mean to go to Congress and actually get some shit done. They have ideals. They want to change the world. They want to change this nation. And, they're sick and tired of the bullshit. Cori Bush, she says she loves us. So these are super-duper progressives. These are fantastic. Jamaal Bowman is for force the vote on reparations, federal jobs guarantee, and Medicare for all.
With him in the golf cart at Mar-a-Lago. Congresswoman-elect Bush, I'll ask you first. Do you support what passed, including the $600 direct payment? I know you said it's not enough, but is that okay for now?
When we think about what's okay, $600, why do we treat our people like that? We want to toss some crumbs and then ask and hope that people are loyal. Why is that even a question to give people $600? $2,000 is not enough. We're talking about we haven't had, some people didn't even see the $1,200, but for those that did, it's been months. And so when we talk about giving somebody $600, that's a slap in the face to people who are suffering. And let me tell you, when you're hungry all day. That's an every moment, every hour feeling.
So is President Trump right not to sign it?
President Trump, you know what? The fact that he cares more about Twitter and what Twitter thinks about making sure that people have food, you know, that's what we should be talking about. Trump not signing it. It shouldn't be necessarily about the money, but I agree with the $2,000. It needs to at least be $2,000. So he needs to talk to his Republican buddies and say, give the people the money. Come on, Mitch, where is the money? Do that now. But instead, he's too busy worried about making sure that his friends get off, getting his friends out of prison. What we need to be doing is making sure that those 40,000 homeless veterans have a place to go. You know, that's what we should be doing. We should be looking at cutting that Pentagon budget by 10%, like it has been proposed, to make sure that our veterans get the resources and our communities get the resources they need. That's what he should be doing right now. Not worried about Twitter.
Congressman-elect Bowen?
So the House passed the Heroes Act several months ago, and we were talking about $1,200 checks, I believe, at that time. We need to be at $2,000 per month to meet the needs of the American people, bottom line.
$2,000 a month, exactly, for at least a year, re-up after the year. And that's exactly right, guys. Jamaal Bowman is 100%. I want to make a quick comment on Nomiki Kunst. So Nomiki Kunst she's issuing McCarthyite smears against Jimmy Dore, saying that he takes Assad money because he took, you know, some money from some anti-war U.S. nonprofit group. So this is just McCarthyite smears, right? He's just a tool for Russia. Dumb, you know, Cold War bullshit. I thought the Cold War was over, but apparently the Cold War smears are still working. It'd be smarter if they just said he was a asset for China, right? Like, change it up a little bit, but my God, haven't we done this shit, like, for 60 fucking years? Aren't we done with this shit? Like, we're the superpower. Like, we already, okay, so. But if they're going to try to cancel Jimmy, you know, Dore over Tulsi or Jill Stein, and you know who'd be better president than Joe Biden? Tulsi Gabbard, Jill Stein. But if we're going to cancel Jimmy over, you know, that or Tucker Show or whatever, then, you know, Nomiki is not without, she's over there in Libya at the same time of the invasion, and the people that she was training, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's assume Nomiki was over there, you know, just teaching some Muslim women in Libya, just, you know, calculus and whatever, physics and shit. So just giving a nice, you know, science and technological education, and then they just happen to become the founders of the brand new Libya after NATO bombed the shit out of them, killed Gaddafi, and 2014 created a hellhole where there's slavery at today. So Nomiki Kunst, the people that she was, you know, teaching physics to, let's give her the benefit of the doubt, are going to become the founders of the new Libya after the 2014 NATO, you know, coup d'etat. And so that's, what? That's, you know, I got more questions. And should she be canceled? You know, was she part of an imperialist agenda? Should she be canceled because of that? Should Anna Kasparian be canceled because she gave, you know, a tongue bath interview to Madeleine Albright? Should they be canceled? You know, Aaron Mate's opinion is no, they should not be canceled because they are, you know, people aren't perfect, right? So it's just ironic, and what a bunch of hypocrites. They're going to try to cancel Jimmy for dumb little shit, and meanwhile, they've done dumb little shit. And, yeah, what hypocrites. What a bunch of hypocrites. Now, I went ahead and got this Hard Lens Media thing. I haven't talked about them for a minute. I find it hard to watch. They have a nice setup, nice, you know, little nice introduction, except for Kid Cabello saying, we're going to fight the power or some shit. Something like that. But I think he's the boss, and then Daniel Lupker is the eye candy. And so, to me, I think Kid Cabello monopolizes the conversation too much. And he doesn't wash his hair or wash his face. They got all this nice shit, right? They got all this nice microphones. Looks like they got a little backdrop, right? It looks sharp. They got sound. They got video. They look like they have decent clothes. But he just looks a mess. He just looks so damn scrubby. I find it hard to watch. I like all their titles. I like their, you know, I agree with their conclusions to, you know, most of the progressive ideas out there probably. because I like the titles. I'm subscribed to them, so I'm, you know, hoping they'll come. They came across this clip, so, you know, they're doing good. They got an audience. People are watching them. I like half the show.
We need to continue the $600 per week unemployment insurance. The president is just posturing. He recently suffered a malignant narcissist harm by losing the election. He continues to go to court to try to overturn the results. He continues to lose, and now he's posturing to make himself, to bring himself back as the hero of the American people, asking for $2,000. Mnuchin negotiated on the president's behalf for this $600.
So I like whenever we get to see these guys come in. Hopefully they don't get converted like other people have. But it's good to see that sort of very distinct, I'm not for this, I'm going to go with what my constituents want.
Yeah, that is awesome. That certainty, that idealistic certainty. This is what my people want. I'm a brand new congressperson. I came here to, you know, get some shit done, not to play around with whatever fuck you guys are playing around with. We got a moment here. If we can force the vote on reparations, federal jobs, or Medicare for all, Cori Bush, Jamaal Bowman, Mondare Jones, probably Ilhan Omar, they're down with it.
Supposed to be what a representative is about, not accruing personal glory. Cori Bush, of course, if you don't know her story, started with BLM once, on Ferguson, and I think her second time running for office, she got in, she took out a multi-term incumbent. Same with, oh man, I'm blanking on his name right this moment.
Jamaal Bowman.
Jamaal Bowman, thank you. He also, I think, pulled out a 16-year incumbent. So
20-year, be more.
20-year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I like people that pull out incumbents like that. That's a personal preference. If you pull it out, that's a win for me. That starts you on the positive board of doing things. Now it's up to them
win for me
to follow
too.
through on that CNN interview and actually going in. I would love to see these guys try and force the vote walking in. They have no allegiances to anyone right now. At least they shouldn't, because they're supposed to have their support drawn from their community. So if they're doing that, I'd like to see them do that first and foremost. Mm-hmm. But it's good to see them talking about police reform at this time, because it has died down to a large degree because the election happened, and you know the corona is still a thing. But I do want to see what these guys do once they're in Congress, and I can only guess right now, but I hope it's good. I hope they don't get co-opted, but I like that opening.
Look, I want to hold out for hope that, and again, you know, hope in one hand, crap in the other, see which one fills up faster, you know, but I want...
Kid Cabello, you nailed that. You nailed that line. Hope in one hand and crap in the other, see which one fills... So basically, hope ain't shit. I get the understanding, but that's just gross. Kid Cabello could be so gross. Please, stop being so gross. Stop being... And I know, like, what can I say? But see, the thing is, I'm, you know, doing the best with what I got. They look like they got, you know, they can... Come on. So, yeah, it feels like he monopolizes the conversation, probably because I just don't like, you know, I probably like his point of view. I would like his writings. He's got this whole nice setup, and he could do, you know, he could get himself a haircut. He could just shave it all. Maybe he does, you know, wash it. I don't know. He could, you know, shave his face. He could, it just seems so like he just rolled out of a gutter. He was just, is that where they found Kid Cabello? He was just living in a dumpster, and they're like, hey man, you wanna join a progressive YouTube show? Now, I think he's monopolized. I think he's the owner, right? I think he's the main person, and he's got Patreons. So that means no individual is like, hey man, here's $20, you know, go buy some goddamn soap. Go buy some goddamn shampoo. Let's see if Kid Cabello can pull himself up out of this.
I want to hope that these two progressive leaders, these two congressional leaders, do step up and join in solidarity and speak out for #ForceTheVote. The reason why I'm saying this is because, look, I know I've been a severe critic of the idea of reforming the Democratic Party from within.
So, Kit Cabello, you don't have to get them on the side of forced to vote. They're already for forced to vote. They're not going to vote for Pelosi, and Jamaal Bowman said for 3 reasons: reparations, federal jobs guarantee, Medicare for all. He's already on forced to vote, whether he says forced to vote or not, and he's a representative. So we got, one guy on our side, Cori Bush, was right there in solidarity. She ain't going to just vote for Pelosi automatically. Ilhan Omar is going on about how we need to expand health care access expansion. So, and Mondare Jones is he's for the Green New Deal and a whole instant runoff voting and a whole host of other progressive ideas. So there's 4 people right there, the new squad, who's already in favor of force to vote in some way, shape, or form. If anything, Ilhan Omar is the weakest. Jamaal Bowman's 100%. Jamaal Bowman is the leader. Jamaal Bowman, there's nobody that supports force to vote more fervently in Congress or in the world than Jamaal Bowman. He's like, I'm a congressperson. I'm not going to vote for Nancy Pelosi unless she gets us Medicare for all, also federal jobs guarantee, also reparations. Reparations first, federal jobs guarantee second, Medicare for all third. But that's the tactic. That's the power. Get a top 3 list. Jamaal Bowman's got a top 3 list. I said, why not get a top 10 list? Get all these progressives in unison. We only got 12. Let's get a block of 12. They come up with a top 10 wish list, but those are the ideals. The Green New Deal, I think, was a good start. But let's, break them up into pieces, right? There's housing and jobs and health care in the Green New Deal. Medicare for all is in the Green New Deal. So let's just put pressure on AOC to get the Green New Deal actually passed. We tried once, rewrite the motherfucking thing, and try it again. Shit. It got voted on, so it actually became part of the national narrative. It actually became part of the discussion. All right, Kit Cabello.
Then we got to work with what we have. Unfortunately, I do think we have to eventually look at third parties. I mean, that's my opinion. We need to have a true parliamentary system. But if they can successfully get this done and make Nancy.
That's his opinion? Is that like a jink?
Put Medicare for all for a vote on the floor. Now, is there a chance it will succeed for a vote? The answer is no, but it will shine a light on just how heartless, how...
Kit Cabello, God, your arguments are getting weaker and weaker as time goes on. Oh, shit. Does it have a chance of winning? Yes, it does, motherfucker. Why doesn't it have a chance? Who's going to vote against universal health care during a pandemic? Well, if the neoliberals, okay, good, expose them motherfuckers. Get them on record. Get them on record for reparations. Get them on record for the federal jobs guarantee.
How inept and how hypocritical the other members of the Democratic and Republican parties truly are. We already know that they don't care. We already know this, and especially if you've been watching the show.
Kit Cabello needs to do some more research and some more meditation because he's fallen behind with where these folks are. So that's the new squad. So I'll just give him an update. So, Hard Lens Media, they're on the right side, and so, God, if I'm going to put the status quo on there, might as well put Hard Lens. Hard Lens Media. I agree with them. I like their, conclusions, and I like that Daniel Luker because not only he's, camera ready, but, he's also makes, interesting points, and he seems to be pretty much 100%, on the issues. And he also can put up with Kit Cabello, so he's got a high threshold. He can probably be, friends with anybody, right? So, my advice would be to Kit is to, just clean up a bit, man, a nice haircut. Even if you just styled your hair, differently or shaved it a little bit differently, don't monopolize. Daniel is your Anna Kasparian for now until you let him talk as much as possible, kind of provoke him in a little bit of argument here and there, and just a progressive argument. I want to listen to the progressives argue. I want to listen to the progressives argue all fucking day long. I'm sick of the right-wing, neoliberal argument. I want to hear what are the progressives arguing about. And so, yeah, Kit Cabello, I want to, as an audience, I want to believe in, I want to support, and so I've subscribed, and I find myself clicking on, their stuff every once in a while, but I don't watch for that long. So I feel like he could, not monopolize the conversation, clean himself up a better, get more sharp. When it comes to the issues that he knows a shit ton about, you could just, what's the saying when it just, it's like it's diarrhea mouth, but they say like when you just open up and it just all comes spilling out, And, you know, how's that sound? It sounds terrible, right, if you just all right, I'm just going to spill it. And you just dump, you know, everything. So that's like, I feel like he wants to tell us he's smart and he knows the issues. And we already know you're intelligent. I already know you know the issues. Now what I want you to do is to make insightful, you know, concise little commentary on the clips and what other people are saying, and I want you to be a very big force for Force to Vote. I want you to push Force to Vote, you know, as hard as we could possibly push this damn thing. Let's, you know, Jimmy Dore's right. This is the great unmasking, and all these motherfuckers are unmasking themselves. They're unmasking themselves. All we got to do is record it and, you know, come up with a couple jokes, a joke or two, you know. I know I go on and on, but, you know, I'm a different kind of, you know, I'm a different, what works for me don't